There is always such a great feeling or a positive energy when we start out on a new road trip. Do you remember when you were a kid and that day finally arrived when you were heading out on a road trip, maybe heading up north with mom and dad for a camping weekend, or maybe you're one of the lucky ones that went south with mom and dad. But just that excitement, the anticipation, that overwhelming energy that fueled our little bodies back in the day. Well, I have to say, to this day, I don't know about you, but I still get that great feeling, that energy when we start out on our travels. And I have to say, I'm really glad you're coming along with us as we travel down to Arizona again this year. Now, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell to stay up to date with us as we continue our RV adventures.
Okay, so front end alignment was done. How's the steering? Does it feel any different?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the steering wheel itself is actually straight. It was actually slightly off to the right, which makes sense because from what Ben was saying, he actually had to pull the wheels back to the left for the driver's side. So, yeah, it's straighter, that's for sure.
So with the toe, what basically you're doing is you're making sure the wheels are straight like this, right?
Okay.
So right before it was towed out.
All right.
Yeah, so the fronts of the tires were out further than the back.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
so adjusting the toe does that. So it adjusts the tires like this.
So they're back straight in line again.
Yeah, well, when we do the toe, we always we toe in just a little bit. Because when it starts off, it actually spreads the tires just a little bit.
Okay.
So we toe it in a bit so when you're driving, it actually pulls it to straight. So that's basically all I have to do to it. I looked at the steering wheel seems to be straight. So yeah, you should be good to go.
That's fantastic. The actual steering wheel is like right in line now. I mean, as you can see, it's perfectly straight with respect to the way that we're going. As before, it was just kind of tilted to the right.
Just slightly.
Yeah. Should be good.
Yeah, and well, it'd be interesting to see if we get better gas mileage because Kevin was saying if its front end alignment is off, you lose a little bit, not a lot, but the reason being is if your tires are aligned, it rolls smoother.
Exactly, everything's rolling in the right direction,
Yeah,
right?
so it kind of makes sense over time.
So we've just finished having the front end aligned at KJM in Kitchener in preparation for the RV upgrades that we're having done in Mississippi. But today is a short run. We're just heading off to Sarnia to meet up with John and Deb. We traveled with them last year when we headed south, and we're all getting together again to make that trip down again this year. We have one stop we have to make to get a propane fill before we cross into the United States tomorrow morning, but it's going to be a short day. I'd just like to say thanks for watching, and I'd also like to do a special shout out to Kevin and Ben from KJM Alignment Services. They're located at 1060 Trillium Road in Kitchener, Ontario. If you ever need an alignment done, they are amazing. Great service, good pricing, and very knowledgeable. So guys, we'll see you next week as we get ready to travel stateside. All the best from Rob and Karen Photography.